Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Class 7th. Today we are going to start our chapter number 4, that is about squares and square roots. It is square. As you know that in a square there are all the four sides of a figure equal. A square has all its four sides equal. On your book page number 57 you can see that here is the given picture of a square, and you can see the all the sides of a square are equal. You can see that it has four square, one, two, three, four squares on this side, one, two, three, four, all four squares this side, one, two, three, four squares on this side, and one, two, three, and four squares on this side. And the proper definition of a square is: a perfect square can be expressed as the product of two integers of equal value. So discuss it after this. In this square you can see, if you want to count the boxes in this square, so what will you do? You will count like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 and up to so on. So it will be very difficult in the case if there are 10-20 boxes of this side and 10 or 20 boxes on this side. So it is very difficult for you to count them on the time. So the best way to count the value of a square is the formula L multiplied by L, because it's all the sides are equal. Any side could be called, as you know that the area of a square could be measured by L, that is L square. So to count or to calculate the values of the square, you can count the squares of one side. There are four sides squares, four blocks on this side and four blocks on this side, and after multiplying these four fours are, the answer is 16, and you can recheck this by calculating these, counting these boxes, that these boxes are 16. So in a square, two values, both of its length are same. So if you want to count the boxes in a square, so you can count its vertical and horizontal squares, so that you can get accurate result. So a perfect square can be expressed as the product of two integers. Here two integers are 4, and of two integers of equal value. Product of two integers, this is a product of two integers of equal value, having the value equal. If there are three squares in its vertical side and 3 are on its horizontal side, so we will multiply this 3 by 3, so the answer will be 9. So there will be 9 squares of order 3 by 3. Clear? Now move forward. You can see in this box there are 10 boxes of this row and also 10 on this side. So what will you do to count them all? Simply you will multiply it 10 by 10. 10 tens are 100. So these are 100 boxes in this big box. So the counting will show that there are 100 boxes. And come forward, you can see two squares are on this side and two are on this side. So what will you do? You will multiply it 2 by 2. So these are 4 blocks, and here are 10 on this side and 10 on this side. So you will simply multiply 10 by 10, so they will be 100. So if you have a number 1, if you multiply 1 by 1, so the square is equal to 1. The value is always 1. If you want to find the number of square of number 2, what will you do? You will give a square. 2 raised to power 2 means 2 square. That means 2 multiplied by 2, the square of 2 is 4. And if you want to get the square of 3, so first you will give it a power 2, then you will multiply this 3 twice, so 3 3s are 9. So what's the square of 4? The square of 4 is 4 4s are 16. So what's the square of 5? That is 5 5s are, yes, 25. What's the square of 6? 6 6 are 36. So what's the square of 7? 7 7s are 49. What's the square of 8? 8 8s are 64. What's the square of 9? Simply will multiply it twice. 9 9s are 81. What's the square of 10? We'll multiply it twice and the square is 100. And what's the square of 11? It is 11 by 11. The square is 121. What's the square of 12? 12 multiplied by 12, it is 144. So you have to memorize all these squares on your fingertips. You have to learn them on your fingertips like this. 2, what's the square of 2? That is 4. What's the square of 3? That is 9. What's the square of 4? That is 16. What's the square of 5? That is 25. And what's the square of 6? That is 36. Like this. So you have to memorize them very fast. Now come for the exercise, and that is exercise 4a. So we have to find by factors a positive square root of. In this method we have to make the factors to find the positive square root of these numbers. So how to solve them out by the method of factorization? That is very easy one. Okay, class 7th, we are going to start now exercise, that is exercise 4a. And to start the exercise, question number 1, in this question it is required that to find by factors, the procedure should be used by factors the positive square roots of these numbers. So the thing that we have to do, that is, as you know that we have two methods to find square root. The one is prime factorization and the second method is division method. In this question we have to find the square root using the factors method. So for example, if a number that is given, we are going to solve part number 2, that is 1764. 1764, this is the statement, and from this statement we have to find the prime factors. We have to find the square root using factors. For solution, what we will do, we will start making its factors from 2. As you know that this number is an even number, so we will start it from 2 by making its factors. 2 8s are 16, 2 8s are 16, and 2 2s are 4. Then again the even number, so 2 4s are 8, 2 4s are 8, 2 1s are 2. Now the number is odd, so now we will check which number we could divide this by 441. 3 can divide it. 3 1s are 3, 1 carry with this. 3 4s are 12, 2 carry with this, that will become 21. So 3 sevens are 21. Again an odd number, so we will divide it by 3 again. 3 fours are 12, 3 nines are 27. Now see, the number is 49, so it is divisible by 7. 7 sevens are 49, 7 ones are 7. So these are the factors of this number. So what we will do, we have to find the square root. So the factors of the number, first of all, the number is 1764, and we have to find the square root, and this is the symbol of square root. So we will apply a square root over here, and we'll write all the factors of this number. 2 multiplied by 2 by 3, then 3, then 7 and 7. 2 times. Here you can see this is a pair of 2 and the pair of 3 and the pair of 7. So this is a pair of 2, pair of 3, the pair of 7. So we can do a thing, that is we will take the power of all these numbers common at the outside. 2 multiplied by 3 and multiplied by 7. We had taken common the power of all these three numbers. Now the thing that is to learn over here, that is, this is the symbol of square root. It means if here is a, that is addition, and this is radical sign, it means that a, the square root of a means that a has a power 1 by 2. Square root means having the power 1 by 2. If here is number 3 and radical is a, so it means that it has a power 1 by 3, and it is a square root. If there is no value, it means here is 2, and if it is 3, so it is cube root. If 4 is written over here as index, so 1 by 4. If a have the power n, so it will be known as nth root of a, so its power will be written as 1 over n. So this is square root. If it here is written nothing, so it means it is a square root. This is a cube root, fourth root and nth root. So it means that this, if any value has a square and also a square root, so this will be cancelled, square will be cancelled by the square root. Why? As I told you that this is the square of a, and the meaning of square root is that it has a power of 1 by 2. When there is a power on the power, so these two powers will be multiplied, these two exponents will be multiplied. 2 ones are 2, so the a raised to power will be 1. So any digit that has a power 1, it means the number is itself. Is this clear to you? Now come here to the question, that we have taken common all the powers 2 here. So as I told you, according to the square and rule of square and square root, this square will be cancelled by the square root. So the remaining factors are 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7. 2 3s are 6, 6 7s are 42 is the answer. So question number 1 has very few parts, almost it has 12 parts. So you have to solve them all by following the same procedure, by taking factors and then taking the square root, and then making their pairs, and then by taking common the square and then cancelling the square and square root, and then multiplying the factors. 2 3s are 6, 6 7s are 41, 7 3s are 21, 21 2s are 42. So that is the answer. Now come for the question number 2. That is, find the smallest whole number by which 512 must be multiplied in order to give a perfect square. Here a number is given 512, but it is shown that this number does not